So here's number three reason why you could be treated differently at work as an internationally trained nurse. And it's just simply, most of these workers, your fellow co-workers, they don't know you. They don't know how to relate with you. Now, this is changing with the new generation, with internet and everything. But majority of the older nurses, especially the ones that I worked with when I started, they didn't know anything. So they don't even know how to talk to you. So it took them a while. It's gonna take them a while to learn. And I think this is going to improve because I've actually started seeing changes. And I believe these changes will continue. But in the meantime, that is one of the reasons why they will treat you differently. And that's been now, I'm not trying to excuse their behavior because it's not your fault that they don't learn how to talk to you. And for some of them, for instance, some of them will not confront you because that is one big thing I learned. Like here in the West, people don't often talk to each other. They don't even, like, if you do something bad, they rarely would tell you. They will go to talk to a manager or take you to HR. Whereas where we're coming from, if you do something to somebody, they'll just look at you in the face and say, hey, why did you do that? I didn't like that. And then you just deal with it, right? But it's different here. They will not talk to you because sometimes they just don't like confrontation. And that is where this thing comes into play. And one of the things that I've learned, if somebody does something or someone talks to me in a way that I didn't like, I will talk to them. It's like, hey, I really didn't like this thing that you did. And what is your reason for doing it? In most cases, they will be like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that this was this or this was offensive to you. Or I didn't know that I made you feel inferior or I did this. And they learn and then we continue working. And that is how I've made some really good friends in the workplace. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some people, even after talking to them like that, they get defensive. Then they go talk to their clique in the lunchroom, and then they start a whole thing against you and all that just because you corrected them. You told them that, hey, I didn't like this thing that you did to me. But I've had some coworkers that have actually related my feelings and like how I felt about how they did something, and they apologize and they say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was how you felt." And they've done better, and I find that these people have gone on to like have really great relationship with. And this is also one of the strategies that I'm gonna teach you along the line or down the road. It's about communication. You have to be assertive, and when somebody does something to you, you have to talk about it. Now, I didn't do this when I started because I was very naive. I was very quiet. And when somebody said something or did something that I didn't like, I was just like, let it go, like, oh, it's okay. But now I don't. Like, no, no, no. If somebody says something nasty, I'm like, hey, did you mean to sound like this? Or did you mean to make me look stupid? Or are you saying that because I'm black? Or Ashley did that yesterday and you didn't do anything. Why is it different with me? But you have to have these conversations in a very professional way. Yes, some people will take it like aggressive. They will, when you're being assertive, there is no guarantee that they will accept it positively. Some people will think you're aggressive. They will think you're intimidating, but it's okay because either way they're still gonna think you're gonna be that way. But here you're making your points, you're putting your point across, you're letting them know how you feel, you're letting them know that, hey, I see what you're doing. And also you're trying to learn because in some cases these people, somebody might do something and they didn't know, and then they will apologize and they learn. And other case, they would think you're aggressive and it will make it worse. But you know what? Either way, it's always gonna get worse. So just be assertive and just talk to these people and just let them know you. Just be professional about it. Just let them know you that this is what you stand for. You would not stand for any of that, thing in the workplace or being treated this way. And why did you do this? Is there a reason why you did that? And in upcoming videos, I'll be talking about some of the strategies on how to communicate and how to make your point across. But for now, yes, one of the reasons why they treat you differently is just because they don't know how to deal with you.